Good morning all. Welcome to the lecture series on application development using Python, module 3, lecture number 18. Content covered in this lecture are greedy and non-greedy matching, find all method, the concept of character classes, and next we are going to study how to create or how to make our own character classes, and the importance of caret and dollar sign characters, and the concept of wildcard characters, matching everything with dot star, and finally matching new lines by using dot character. Coming to learning outcomes, at the end of this lecture student will have a better understanding of how to make use of regular expressions and different methods which we are going to use along with regular expressions. The topics which we are going to study in this lecture will be based upon Bloom's taxonomy level understanding, which is represented with L2. In a previous class we have studied few programs which are not used regular expressions. So after that we have studied what are the importance of using a regular expression in our program, and we have concluded that the code length will be reduced. So regular expression that helps for code optimization. So after that we have studied more pattern matching with regular expressions. Let us start with today's topic. In that first one is greedy and non-greedy matching. So here we have written one group here. Within group, how we represent group? By using a special character which is parenthesis. So here I have created a group. After that I am using a pair of braces. In that I have mentioned some numbers. So this 3 represent beginning, this 5 represent end. So when we are going to mention numbers within curly braces, so it is going to map with a letter HA if it repeat for 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. Clear? So here it is matched with 5 times. So this statement can match either 3, 4, 5 instances of a letter HA in the given string this. So you may wonder why the match objects call groups in the previous curly bracket example returns only 5 times instead of shorter possibilities. So when we are going to call a group method, it has written a output as a letter HA 5 times. So as we have mentioned constraint, it can map with either 3, 4 or 5. Among these 3 possibility, why it is mapping with only 5? Why not 3 or 4? Clear? So that is one question here. So for that answer is Python regular expressions are greedy by default, which is, so when there is a ambiguity. So ambiguity means, so the result of this statement either it has to match either 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. In a such ambiguity, so Python by default go for greedy method. Greedy method, so that is going to match with longest string possible. So from the given string, longest string possible was 5. Because of that reason it has written this. And the non-greedy version of the curly brackets which matches shortest string possible has the closing curly bracket followed by question mark. If this curly bracket is end with question mark, so for that concept we call it as non-greedy passion or non-greedy matching. So one thing we have to remember is by default Python will be greedy, means longest matching. Non-greedy means shortest matching possible. Here we have taken one example. So here we have not using question mark. So by default Python regular expressions support greedy. So because of that reason, so from the given string it has matched all 5 times. Because of that reason group has written so letter HA 5 times. But here we are using non-greedy Paschen matching. On that case, among 3 possibilities 3, 4, 5, so shortest possibility is 3. So from the given string it is going to match with 3. Because of that reason here we have got ha letter only 3 times. Moving to next concept, find all method. So this search method will return match object of the first matched text in a searched string. But okay, so that is the limitation of search method. It is going to return only first matched text. It is not going to return so next consequent matches. It is going to just return first matched text. But speciality of find all method, it is going to return the strings of every match in the searched string. Let us take one simple example here. So here I am using search method here. Here I am using search method. So here we have mentioned one pattern. That pattern that corresponds to phone number. Okay, and first we are creating one regular expression object. Based upon that object we are called search method. And when we look at the text what we have passed for a search method, it is going to map with 2 phone number. Both are valid one. But the limitation of search is it is going to return only 1. Now we will take an example by calling find all. By calling find all, and one more difference between a search and a find all. So when we look at this, it is going to return a result which is of the form string. But looking at find all, it is going to return a list which is going to have okay more than one occurrence of matching. So the entered given text, okay, given string consisting of 2 phone number, valid phone number which it has returned. So this is the main basic difference between find all and search. So it is going to return all matching possibility from the given pattern. If there are groups in a regular expression, on that case find all will return list of tuples. So here we have not used a group. Because of that reason it has just written list. But if a given regular expression contain groups, on that case it is going to return list of tuples. So each tuple represent found match. Each tuple is going to represent found match. This is one tuple, this is another tuple which was the result of this statement. So each tuple represent found match. So after that, so find all in an action. Let us take one simple example here. So here we have groups here. This is first group, second group, third group, which corresponds to area code. Again we have taken the example of phone number here. First represent area code, second represent again valid phone number, 3 digits followed by hyphen followed by lastly 4 digits. So we have passed a string which consisting of 2 valid phone number. So after that find so here the pattern what we have mentioned, so that contain groups. On that case find all is going to return tuple. So on that case, so by looking at this first group, so first match is 415 which it has written it here. So after that next 3 digit that corresponds to this pattern, second group which it has written here, second element of tuple. So finally 4 digits, so it has written it here from the first valid phone number. So this corresponds to second valid phone number. Moving to next concept, character classes. So earlier we have seen a phone number regular expression example. We have learned that so \d could stand for any numeric digit. Any numeric digit means either 0 or 1 or till 9. Okay. So this /d is a short notation. So generally we call it as shorthand. So for the regular expression this. So this /d is going to represent this regular expression. Similarly, we can have few more shortened character classes, okay, which represent what those character classes are going to represent. Let us have a look here. So it is going to represent digits in between 0 to 9. Similarly, capital D. Okay. So that capital D, any character that is not a numeric digit, so 0 to 9, it is not going to map with number. Similarly, small w, it is going to map with letter, numeric digit or underscore character. Okay, but capital W, it is the reverse of this previous one. It is not going to match with either letter, numeric digit or underscore. Similarly, yes, that maps with space character. Space character may be tab, new line or space. So similarly, reverse of small s will be capital S. So that means any character that is not a space, not a tab, not a new line. Okay, it is going to map with alphabets, digits, numerics, okay, or even underscore also. Now character classes are nice for shortening regular expressions. So it will shortens the regular expression. It reduces the size of the regular expression. How it reduces the size of expression? Let us have a look at here. So here also again character class. So when we write few things within a square bracket, for that we call it as character class. Here we have taken a few ranges here 0 to 5. It is going to map with either 0 or 1 or 2, 3 or 5. Okay, so this is somewhat similar to this. So writing this is very shorter compared to this is very much longer compared to this. So this is possible because of character class. So here we have taken one simple example here. So this represent digit from 0 to 9. So again plus that represent one or more. It is going to map with one or more digits. So after that small, so this small s that corresponds to characters, small s that corresponds to characters, and small w, what it represent? So small s that represents space. Okay, so after that small w that represent either letter, numeric, digit. So on that case, this pattern is going to map with if a string that is starting with a digit and it contains space, after that it may include one or more letters, it is going to map with this. So string what we have passed for find all. Okay, it is going to match, and so this entire string will be matched by this particular pattern, or this particular pattern is going to match with entire string. Because of that reason, so in a list we have got entire string what we have passed for find all. So first one, it is starting with the digits, one or two digits are there, so it will matches with this. After that space is there, that will maps with slash, backslash s. After that one or more letters. So this similarly it will matches for all the what we have passed here. So next, making our own character classes. How to make our own character classes? By using square bracket. We can create our own character classes. So here we have created our own character classes, which is going to match so uppercase and lowercase vowels. So let us take one simple example here. So here I have passed this, we have created our own character class by including square bracket. So from the given text, it is going to match lowercase and uppercase vowels. So from starting with, yes, R is not a vowel, next O is a vowel, because of that reason it is printing here. Next B is also not a vowel, next O is also again a vowel, again C is also not a vowel, next character is O, it is a vowel. Similarly for rest of the characters. We can also include a range of letters, okay, range of letters or numbers. For example, small letter A to Z, that is going to represent all the character from A to Z. Similarly A to Z capital letter and 0 to 9. So it is going to map with all the digits which start from 0 till 9, and inside a square bracket. So whenever we are going to mention some special character within character class, so they are not going to have a special meaning. Okay, so no, it is not necessary to hide the special meaning of these special character by using backslash. So usage of backslash is not necessary in case of character classes. So here it is not necessary. Here what we are trying to hide the special meaning of dot, which is not required. And when we use a character class, okay, character, that which is this within a character class, so on that case, so that will be creates a negative character class. So negative character class is nothing but it is going to match all the character that are not present in the character class. Let us take one simple example here. So I have used caret symbol and the beginning. After that I have mentioned lowercase and uppercase vowels. So on that case it is going to match all letters apart from or excluding vowels, small letter and uppercase letter. Because of that reason we have got these characters. So it is not going to list vowels. Moving to next concept, which is the caret and $sign characters. So one thing you have to remember, so this caret symbol, so when we are using caret symbol with the pattern, so at the starting of regular expression that is going to match, okay, so that specifies match to start at the beginning of the searched text. Likewise we can use a $sign at the end of the regular expression, which will represent string must match end with a regular expression pattern. So we can use this starting caret symbol and $symbol together to indicate that entire string must match. That means this represent matching should start at the beginning and this represent match should end with till end. So if we use using together means, so it has to match entire text. So here we have taken one example. So I am using caret symbol along with a particular pattern here. So the string what we have passed, so it should start with the word hello. Yes, it is starting with hello. Because of that reason it has written this. So matched text is hello. After that, next we have taken one more example. In that example it is not starting with hello. Because of that reason here search is going to return one value, that value is none. So next, so here I am using a /\d, so that represent any digit starting from 0 to 9. So after that I am using $symbol. That means the pattern which we are going to mention, the text what we are going to mention, that should be end with digit. So here we have passed a string, in that it is going to check end, whether end is okay, whether end contain digits. Yes, end contain digits. On that case search is going to return true, and even it is going to return matched after. What is it is matching? It is matching with the last digit, which is 2. But next case what we have passed here, it is not ending with digit. Because of that reason here it is going to return one value, that value is none. So next we are using this caret symbol and $symbol together. So I am using so caret symbol. So the pattern should start with digit. How many digits? One or more digits. One or more digit. After that it should end with again one or more digits. So here it is starting with also digit and ending with a digit. Because of that reason it has written match object as this. But when we look at this, yes, it is starting with this, but in between it has included letters. So D, it will allow us to match only digits which are starting with 0 to 9, but here it has included alphabet letters. Okay, because of that reason it has written none. Here also it has included some space. Space is not going to match with \d. Because of that reason here it has written none. It will allow only matching of digits. Now wildcard. So wildcard character. So dot that represent wildcard character in a regular expression. Okay. So it is going to match with any character apart from new line. It is going to match with any character, any special character, alphabet, digits, anything except new line. So here I am using dot only one time. After that I have used a pattern which is 80. So from the passed string it is going to match with C. A dot is matching with C, yes. Next dot is matching with H, dot is matching with S, but next dot is matching with L. That you have to observe. So that represent dot is going to match with only one character. Dot is going to match with only one character. Lastly, here also a dot is going to match with n. Because of that reason, when in a output we have got L18 instead of flat, that represent dot is going to match with only one character apart from new line. If you want to match with two character, on that case you can use dot add. On that case, it is going to list out this flat, matching everything with a dot star. Okay. So here we are using a dot star. Star what that represent 0 or more. It is going to match 0 or more character. So if a string what we have passed, if we are starting with, so here first name, after that what we have written AL. It is so this regular this expression will match with AL, and this regular expression with matched with this. Because of that reason, and here you are using the concept of group. So group 1 is going to have AL, so group 2 is going to have cigar. So dot star uses greedy mode. It always try to match as much as possible. That means longest searching. To match any and all text in a non-greedy fashion, so use dot star question mark. So when we are going to use dot star question mark, it is going to match with shortest possible. So let us take one simple example here. Here I am using dot star followed by question mark. So this represent non-greedy matching, non-greedy fashion matching. On that case, from the given string, so this pattern will match still here. Okay. So unless until it encounter this. So curly braces, whatever we have mentioned for curly braces, it is going to match till here. It is not going to match for this, because the searching mode is non-greedy fashion. Because of that reason, group is going to have only this to serve man, which we have written within the curly braces. But next we are not using question mark. So this type of search is greedy fashion. It is going to map with longest possible. So on that case, apart from matching this, so star means 0 or more characters. So after because of that reason, it is going to match with entire string what we have passed for search. Because of that reason, here we have got output as complete. So matching new lines with a dot character. So dot star will match everything except new line. So when we want to match with even new line, we have to use re dot all. So dot all is a method which is present in a regular expression model. So we have to pass as a second argument for compile. So here in this case, we have not passed second argument for compile. So on that case, the string here it contain new line character. So when it encounter new line character, so this part will be skipped. Only it is going to match with serve the public trust. Because of that reason, group is going to have this. But when I am passing this re dot all as second arguments, so it is going to return entire matching including new line. So that is the speciality of using re dot all methods. Okay, it is going to match even with new line character. Because of that reason, we have got complete output here. So this makes end of this lecture. So here we have studied what is greedy searching, non-greedy matching. Okay, so after the how to make, what is the difference between a find all method with search method, and the concept of character class, how we represent character class. So square bracket. Okay, after that character that represent beginning and dollar that represent end. So after that wildcard character dot that represent wildcard character. After that lastly we have studied matching everything with a dot star. So it is going to match with everything apart from new line. So after that we have studied using re dot all, we can match even new lines with dot characters. Thank you.